Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktails. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the Georgia Peachy. So the ingredients you need: 2 ounces of Crown Royal Peach. Ooh, we ratchet here today. A ½ ounce of lemon juice or a half of a fresh lemon, a ½ ounce of peach nectar, 1 ounce of cranberry juice, and peach rings to garnish. So here's how you're gonna make the Georgia Peachy. You're gonna add the Crown Royal Peach, the lemon juice, the peach nectar, and the cranberry juice into a cocktail shaker filled with ice. Shake for about 5 to 10 seconds in a glass. And add the ice, pour from the shaker, and garnish with your peach rings and enjoy. That is a Georgia Peachy brought to you by our girl, your tipsy homegirl. She is a mobile bartender. She offers private bartending classes, private bartending for birthdays, girls' nights, date night, whatever you could think of. Shout out to your tipsy homegirl.
Yes, thank you so much for the drinks. Welcome back to Cocktails Ready Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
How has your week been?
My week has been pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, the weeks are going by really quick. How's your week been?
It has been good. I have just been in the kitchen cooking and trying to get prepared. We're pre-recording, so I'm trying to get prepared for what I'm going to do for my birthday, if anything. I might just put my phone on Do Not Disturb and say, fuck everybody, and let me just have a day to myself. It's very rare that I truly get a day to myself, so I think I might do that.
And birthdays are good for that. You know, you get into your late 20s. You sometimes just want to have alone time, and that is perfectly fine as long as you're not sad. Women have a bad habit of trying to be sad on their birthdays, and I'm already preparing myself to be like, don't be sad, don't be sad, don't be sad. Sometimes you don't even have a reason. You just be like, I'm gonna cry.
Usually I'm sad on my birthday, and I start thinking about all the things that I haven't done, but I've really been making a conscious effort to think about all the things that I have done, and I have a lot to be thankful for and a lot to celebrate. And I also just kind of want to relax and chill and go with the flow.
Shout out to
And I don't
you,
want to let
Kiki.
anybody make me do something if I'm not in the mood. You know, sometimes you just want to like binge TV or take a bubble bath, maybe go get a massage. I don't know, something.
I feel you. Sometimes you just want to be ugly.
What
Shout
if
out to all the
someone
Virgos.
was to throw you a surprise birthday party?
No.
It would make you mad.
Somebody
this year?
here tried to do that before. It was a fail. My birthday's on September 13th. And I feel like me being somewhat of a control freak, and then I also think that people do want to celebrate me and do nice things for me, but they don't realize that I really meant I didn't want to do nothing, and I wasn't just saying it to downplay it, and so then it becomes too much. So probably not.
Now folks mad and falling out and leaving group chats. You guys, before we introduce our beautiful special guest, Jasmine Banks, Kiki and I have a few announcements. I do want to let everyone know that December 28th, I am headed to South Africa with Paradise and Vibe. If you are interested in coming on that trip to turn up in Johannesburg for New Year's Eve, it is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be amazing. You're going to have a good time. You're going to meet new friends. Go to paradiseandvibe.com, sign up, tell them I sent you, and I will see you for New Year's Eve. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and then I want to remind you guys that I have restocked the physical copies of Classy Based. I have one right here. So if you guys want to purchase the cookbook, you just head on over to classybased.com. They're available. And as always, the digital recipes are going to be available. And then also, I will be releasing a second volume to the book sometime soon. Not really sure when, but my hope is that it'll be done before the holidays because I don't want y'all fucking up Thanksgiving. Y'all know how important Thanksgiving is to me. Go ahead and buy the book, practice the recipes. There's lots of good Thanksgiving things in there, date night things, a few family meals, some really sexy meals, some easy ones, some hard ones. There's just so much in there. Download it today or order your physical copy.
You guys really want to get that cookbook because I have been tasting out some of the recipes. Kiki was like, oh, you want me to bring you what I made? She made some pollo asado the other night over
That
some
shit was so
rice and
good.
some. It was so good. She made the sauce from scratch. Everything was just really good. So make sure y'all get that.
Thank you.
Also, join our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/cocktail, COCKTALES. If you want bonus content, early access to live show tickets, join now. If you just want to show us some appreciation, then join our Patreon.
Yes, and then also make sure you head on over to I'mCuriousToKnow.com to purchase your t-shirt. And if you are coming to a live show or haven't bought your live show tickets, go ahead and buy them. We will be in, what city? I think this week we're going to be in DC. Saturday, September 24th at City Winery. And then we will be in Chicago, October 16th. We will be in Huntsville, Alabama, November 10th. And then December 10th, we're going to finish it out in Houston, Texas. All the tickets are on sale right now. So
make sure you get them. And if you're interested in being a live show sponsor, hit us up, slide in our DMs, or send us an email.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys, this week... I know her as the Cucumber Girl. That's how I found out about you. But her name is Jasmine Banks. Hey, Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. I have seen you on Twitter. I've gotten a lot of your Twitter links sent to me in this little group chat that I have.
Really? Like recently or just period?
I don't know when, but I've seen you. And it's like a little clip from Twitter, a little teaser. What am I doing?
Okay, so it wasn't like when you guys decided to have me on the show, though, people started seeing
Oh, no.
Okay.
I've seen it already. But
Okay.
I was like, oh, she's familiar. And then I was like, well, what's Cucumber got to do with it? And then I found out.
No, what's Cucumber got to do with
I
it?
still don't know what Cucumber has to do with it. I just remember, so I found out about Jasmine because Lauren Knight, who opens up our live shows for us and is also an amazing comedian in Atlanta, she told us, we were on one of our live shows. I can't remember which one it was, but we were just sitting backstage talking, and she was like, y'all have to have the Cucumber Girl on. I still don't know what happened with the Cucumber. What happened with the Cucumber?
Okay, so it started with Trouble. He dropped a song, She's a Winner. I remember that.
I love that song.
Okay. So when he dropped that song, he like made a competition or whatever. So basically girls made the Cucumber. I don't know. And I don't know how he thought about that. Like, I don't know where that concept came from. But girls started sucking on the cucumbers, and like he posted a few videos and like decided that he was gonna pick the winners of these videos, and he was gonna bring them to this pool party and have a cucumber competition there, and that winner was gonna win $3,000.
And you got picked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I submitted my video, of course, and I actually sucked on two cucumbers.
At once?
Of course.
Wow. Were you nervous?
Well, no, because it was just me in my car, you know, just vibing with the cucumber.
You do a lot of stuff in your car.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. That's Miss Be Nasty.
Well, see, I was going through your Instagram and I saw a little thing. You was pulling your pants up in the car. And I was like, I wonder what's going on. What's happening?
I saw that too.
Yeah, that was recently. It's just for views. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but yeah, so.
So you sucked on two cucumbers. You won.
Sucked on two cucumbers. Well, I won by, see, that was just getting you to the pool party.
Oh.
And don't get me wrong, that first video did go viral, but when we got to the pool party, Trouble and Alexis Sky were there, of course. And so when we actually started doing like the challenge, when we were supposed to be just sucking on the cucumbers, Alexis Sky actually ended up putting it in my coochie. Yeah.
Oh.
And that is what like really.
Were you expecting that?
That's what turned it up.
Like, was a part of you like, whoa, what we
did
you
it feel
doing?
good?
You know,
was it a little cucumber?
Was it a cold cucumber?
It wasn't. Well, it was a cucumber that it was my cucumber for one, and it was it was kind of skinny but long because that's what
It's like an English cucumber.
Okay.
But it wasn't an English cucumber,
but skinny like that.
But yeah,
y'all really know y'all's cucumbers.
Yeah, I mean,
I just thought it was cucumber.
Like you have to get a skinnier one but long one. That way, like it kind of like shows, you know, you can get it down your throat.
Depth, so it can show your range.
Exactly. It's like if it's too fat, it won't fit back there all the way.
I feel you.
It's easily or whatever for me. But anyway, so yeah, that moment is what really like
did it.
Yeah.
She stuck that cucumber in your pussy. I might have been shocked. Like, ma'am, I'm gonna need to charge you for
well,
that.
You know, actually, I feel like I got, you know,
compensated.
I definitely got compensated because I got the $3,000 that night. I'm still, as you guys can see, I'm still riding that wave. You know what I'm saying? Like just that moment right there. I went from like $8,000 to $10,000 on OnlyFans to making like that month I went to $20,000.
That's wild.
No,
sign me up today.
No, but look, it continued to grow. It became like a snowball effect. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, now that I've got a little bit of a platform because I knew nothing about social media before this happened. So now that I've got like some followers and things like that, I'm having other opportunities to network with other creators with, you know, that type of platform. But then IG started hating and
They was
all my
deleting your
pages.
account.
Yeah.
Dang.
That happens. Well, we're going to play a game with you. I'm curious to know. But before we play that, because I see how the conversation is going, let's go ahead and do weird sex real quick. And then we're going to play a game with you and get into the discussion.
Okay.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex. There's a story that I ran across on Instagram, and this girl is like on Twitter sharing her experience. So basically, she says her homegirl's husband was found dead in a motel in Jarabacoa the other day. He was cheating on her with some chick and had one of those gas station sex pills, and then ended up having a heart attack.
Was he old?
I don't know, but he was a cop. And the cleaners are the ones who found him. And they said that he still had an erection, even though he had been dead for hours. And then the girl was like, I wish I was lying. And she quoted the news story. Now, that shit was in a whole nother language. I don't know where this is. But I just thought that was wild. Imagine that's how somebody finds you dead with your dick still hard.
Where is Jarabacoa?
That's what I said. I don't know where that is, but they don't speak English. They
That's
speak
sad.
Spanish
That's
somewhere.
A hell of a way to go out. He was probably
it?
floating up like, God.
Now I
damn.
wish I was lying.
Yeah.
Well,
That's embarrassing. Anyway, that's it for Weird Sex. Thank you guys to everyone who sent in that story. A few of you did. Really appreciate it. Keep them coming. You can send them to weirdsex@cocktailspod.com. Now we're going to get back to Miss Jasmine, and we're going to play a quick game of I'm Curious to Know.
I'm Curious
Okay.
to Know is a game that Kiki and I created. It is a conversational card game. It is currently sold out. We will be restocking it soon, but we're still going to play it with you. So, I'm curious to know, Jasmine Banks, when was the last time you ghosted someone and why?
Mm,
Or do you not be ghosted?
I mean, by definition, that's just like saying that I'm gonna like link up with you, but then I don't, and then I never talk to you again.
It's like you linked up with them, you kind of were talking to them, and then you just dipped out of their life and never told them why.
No explanation.
Nothing. You're just gone.
I've been in a relationship for a while, so let me dig.
Was that a hard one?
Okay, you know what? I think I have one. Okay. There was this guy when I first moved to Atlanta. He was super, super cute. A fake. You know, I learned
Atlanta.
a fake.
Welcome to Atlanta.
And that
where the
was
players play.
and that's the answer to the question. That's why I ghosted him, because I figured out that he was a fake. But
it was when you first moved here.
yes, it was when I first moved here or whatever. You know, when I first met him, had his own car, had an apartment at the very least, you know what I'm saying? He was just super duper cool. But as I you know, continued to, you know, build a bond with him or whatever, I just kind of realized that, you know, jewelry wasn't his.
The math wasn't
We
matching.
was just talking about that before the show started. The scammers in Atlanta, that's what they'll do to you.
Yeah.
Now, you said you were in a relationship.
Mhm.
Are you married or just in a relationship?
Just in a relationship.
Okay, so
Mhm.
what do you consider husband or wife only duties or benefits?
Buying like property together and like those type of things. Let me see what else.
Anything sexual?
No.
Me
I
neither.
I have a baby with my boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
so you know, there's not really too much else
That's
that's
left.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Save it for buying a house. I feel you.
yeah, you know, like,
He will be fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm curious to know, how important is sex in a relationship to you?
very. That's another thing that will get you ghosted. Like, if you don't give me what I want in the bedroom, like, there's nothing else. There's literally no reason for us to talk anymore.
The seriousness. She was like, I'm
No,
not playing with
seriously,
you.
Yeah.
like,
Okay, how often do you masturbate?
all the time.
Mhm.
Probably, if I could put a number on it, 4 times a week.
Oh,
And
that's not. I thought you were gonna say a day. Because I masturbate every day.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
You know, it's self-care.
It
Most definitely. But
is.
again, I have a boyfriend, so I mean,
She's like, I don't got
You
to.
don't have to rub
No,
it in.
no. Let me tell you this. I will masturbate after sex. My boyfriend is used to it. No, seriously.
Is he
ever
okay
get
with
offended?
it?
He's
Yeah.
no, he doesn't get offended because
Okay.
he understands that, like, you know, I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I come from clit stimulation.
Me too.
You know,
Same.
sometimes I have
That's
to.
what I need.
Yeah, I will put.
Oh, the drinks are here.
Yay!
Thanks,
Right
Tipsy
on
Homegirl and Tea.
time.
Thank you. I'll pass them down.
This is
Thank you.
so
These are really cute. There you
cute.
go.
Thank you so much.
So you guys, again,
Thank
these
you.
cocktails are brought to you by Your Tipsy Homegirl. Follow her on Instagram and TikTok. This
Yes.
is the Georgia Peachy. Cheers, ladies.
I like
Cheers.
it.
Cheers to masturbating.
Salud. Cheers to masturbating.
That's
It's-
probably what I'll be
It's
doing
very
tonight.
important for women to do that because, like, I feel like, you know, as we all know, men do not know how to please a woman, and if a woman doesn't know how to please herself, she's done.
It's hard
I
for
mean,
you to
it's a-
teach them. And I
Yeah,
have
then
no
you're not getting
problem
pleased at
teaching
all.
to an open-minded man. But it's really funny that we talk about masturbation because I feel like I go through phases of it. Like there are phases when I'm masturbating a lot during the week, but then lately, I have not masturbated in probably like 2 months. And
That's why your ass was listening to Celine
I wonder
Dion
if
today.
that's
Upset.
why my mood has been affected. Like because I'm actually not, getting those hormones flowing. I mean, I also have been having a lot of sex, but I have not mastered. Like all of my toys are currently dead.
Mine
I
on the
might
charger.
masturbate
I got 'em
tonight.
plugged into the what's it called, a surge protector, where it's a bunch. I gotta
Are
have them
you
all
not
plugged up. I
playing?
need my variety when I get
That
back.
is so
Like,
funny.
who's gonna have fun with me tonight?
That is funny. Okay, last one, Jasmine. I'm curious to know, who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush, girl, Chloe Bailey.
Oh, that's a good one. I thought you were
Chloe
about to say Khloe Kardashian, but
Oh no, Chloe Bailey. That's Beyonce. That's Chloe and Halle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. girl.
Chloe's
Oh
the
my-
nasty one, right? Well, the nastier one.
Yeah,
okay.
oh, she is everything. Oh my
She
god.
does have a really nice body. I was
Yeah,
talking to
and
somebody
she's
about that
beautiful.
the other day.
And it's just I've watched her, ever since they were doing like those covers and things like that.
I
And
enjoy the covers.
yes. So I mean, I love her voice. I love how she looks. I love how she carries herself right now. I love everything about her.
Shout out to Miss
I
Chloe
don't-
Bailey.
I'm not I have like sexual girl fantasies, but I don't really act on them.
Ever?
Oh, so
Well,
you've never been with a woman?
I didn't say never.
Slow, hold on.
I didn't say never, but I will admit that I'm a little shy. Like it's more like a fantasy for me.
Mhm.
But Chloe Bailey, I will suck that pussy. I don't know if I can say that or not.
You can say
You can say whatever you want to say.
Whatever you
wanna
It's
say,
real.
yeah.
I will
raw.
learn. Okay.
It's so funny because this weekend I went out with one of my girlfriends and we went to, where did we go? We had a crazy drunk night. We started off at Tribeca, then we went to Sweet Lounge, and it just everything.
I haven't been there in forever.
I have not been there in ages. It was so much fucking fun. One of the bottle girls though, she comes up and she looks so familiar, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know where I know you from. I had a threesome with her ages ago, like when I lived in Miami, and she came. She was the one. I actually shared a cocktail about her. She came to Miami to see me. Her boss was having this huge mansion party.
Oh, I remember.
He
that
brought his
story.
wife. It was just the night we were drinking. It was a lot of fun. I ended up fucking her boss and his wife. She gets mad, and it was just a mess. She stole my bathing suits. Anyways, I ran into her and I was like, "Oh my gosh, hey!" She was like, "Hey girl, we should reconnect. I haven't seen you in a while." Everyone's like,
Bitch, where's my bathing suit from 10 years ago?
I can't fit it no more. So she was like, "How you been?" I was like, "I'm good." So after she left, all the guys were like, "Well, how do you know her?" And I'm working on being honest with niggas. And I was like, "Oh, I had a threesome with her a couple years ago." Everybody was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to sound like a whore, but that's the only reason why I know her. It's not like we were friends at first, and then I met her in the club. She was like, "I'm trying to fuck." I was like, I had never really been with a woman yet. Not for real, kinda. And then
But that was
we
the
had a
story you were
threesome
telling that
together,
night.
and it was amazing. Shout out to all the beautiful women out there. Hopefully, we'll
Don't
meet y'all
steal bathing
sometime.
suits though.
Don't
like
be getting mad and stealing bathing suits.
That is so petty.
It's rude. Okay, y'all. So we'll dive into some of our topics for this week. I wanted to ask both of you guys, what do you think makes pussy good? And then I want you guys, starting with Jasmine, to rate how good you think your pussy is on a scale from 1 to 10. And be honest, because everybody don't got 10s. Now you can maybe make it a 10 with the tricks you can do.
I think what makes pussy good is just the wetness of it, the smell, because you should not be having a smell. That is something that can knock you all the way down. And then just how open, it's not just the pussy, but the overall sexual experience, how open and loose you are. Like not loose amongst a bunch of people, but just like open to whatever the person is doing, and you're not sitting there all tensed and body clenched up. That will make it good.
I agree with what she said. I think that the number one thing is energy. You know, like that's why you can have sex with someone and it's amazing, and then have sex with someone else and it's horrible. You know, it's the same pussy, same dick. It ain't changed. You know, but you got somebody out there that's saying that your shit's a 0, and somebody else saying that it's a 10.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's a good point, because you can also have sex with someone that you guys might not know each other, so it's not like you automatically know each other's body. But if you connect and that energy is there, it almost, if the energy is good, it makes you want to do more. It makes you want to be like, I can get...
It lets your walls down.
It lets your walls down. You relax a little bit. You feel more comfortable. You're like, oh, this nigga... I know I like nasty sex. If I start doing nasty shit and I can tell you're not into it, it automatically makes me like, oh, shit. He probably like, what
Then you start feeling self-conscious. And that's why I don't really like the questions when people ask you to rate your pussy, because I really feel like the rating is for whoever's receiving it, you know? Because like what y'all both said, if the energy isn't good, how can... I might think it's great. I've had sex with somebody and they thought that they gave an excellent performance. They would rate their dick a 10. I would give it a 2. So it's like, it's for the other person to decide. I think I do a great job. And if I feel like I'm fucking somebody and it's not good, I won't fuck them again, because you're not going to do it twice and then be like, oh, I wasn't too drunk. Her pussy is trash. I have a good reputation when it comes to that.
I will give you a second chance, because I'm currently dealing with somebody, and the first time we had sex...
If you didn't like it?
The first time we had sex, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love it. I was kind of like, what just happened? And I was like, you know how sometimes after you fuck, you be laying in the bed. I was looking on the other side of the room like, should I leave? Should I like, what should I do? Like, should I get up and just leave, or what do I do? And it wasn't that good, but I think that sometimes where we are at now and people knowing what we do, I do understand how sometimes people can get nervous and be like, is she gonna talk about me on the show? Is this gonna be in the group chat? I think he was nervous. Like, and this is somebody who came to a live show and was like, dang, they really talking about these niggas. And we don't be lying. So it's like, I mean, sometimes we lie. But so I think that he was just nervous about that. Like, he didn't know.
If it feels like nerves, that's okay. But if you if you thought that you gave a stellar performance, and I'm like,
you sweating, you got beads of sweat dripping in your eye.
You can kind of tell sometimes if it's a nervous thing or even a too drunk thing. But when you can tell that somebody thinks that they are putting it down, it's just like, like you came in here like the Lion King. I'm not into that.
Not the Lion King.
I'm gonna tell you something. If there is a man sweating bullets and I am just completely not happy, he's not finishing. Like, that is weird to me.
Oh, that is good.
Oh my God, that just sound like that was.
How would you stop him from finishing it? Would you be like, let's just stop? Or
well, I would probably, you know, say I'm tired, or you know what I'm saying, or I can't take anymore. You know, Big Daddy, Big Daddy. All right, you're too much for me.
We really be lying to these niggas.
But no, because when you guys said that though, I have had somebody. Like, you took me back, like, because I have had someone like sweating on top of, like, ew, like, but it wasn't.
You feel like you're in The Color Purple.
It reminds me of that scene in Waiting to Exhale when the girl was having sex and it dripped on her, like, ugh.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you're not finishing. You're not finishing, sir.
I feel you. I'm gonna have to start doing that. But I will say, lately I've been having, I've been having good sex.
That's good.
Recently I was talking to my mom, and she always brings this up, but she was like, I talk to my mom about everything, and she knows we do this show, and she's a proud parent. But she was like, Medina, do you think that you have sex with people too soon? And I said, well, Mom, I think it's really interesting that you bring that up, because no. I was like, yeah. She was like, well, if you meet someone and you have sex with them that same night, you don't think that's too soon? And I was like, and she was like, you don't think that you're maybe messing up like what could be? And if I was younger, early 20s, I think I used to be in that mind frame. Like, you can't have sex too soon. It can make a man not be interested in you anymore. But I was telling my mom, I said, Mom, it's not really like that anymore. When you're in your 30s, we're adults, right? Like what else are we doing? Like if it's like if you come over or I come over and we're both into each other, it's very rare that someone's like, I'm waiting until marriage, or I want to wait. I want to do the what did Steve Harvey say? The 90. It's just not realistic. If I do want
will be over you before 90 days.
and you want it, yeah. And it was like
we never got to give it a good little run.
yeah. And I'm starting to realize like gone are the days that like I fuck with a nigga or a woman, and it's like we did it too soon, and now I'm thinking about it and I get sad. That did used to be, but now I'm like, no, like if we still want to deal with each other, we're dealing with each other. It's just that part. We did get intimate already, but he still fucks with me and I still fuck with him.
You know, I think that there are some people who still hold on to that, oh, she gave it up too soon, or I want to only take somebody serious who's gonna wait. And that's fine. That's not the person for me because I'm not really trying to wait. So I also feel like if I met you today, or I met you today and I didn't have sex with you today, but I have sex with you by Friday, that's just a couple of days from now, and you feel like I'm less than, you're just not for me, and that's okay. I'd rather weed that out. I don't think I can have sex with somebody too soon. Too soon is when maybe I don't know anything about them. Like, what the fuck was his name again? Like, I should probably not do that. Like, make sure I get the important information, name, maybe at least a sign so I can narrow down the birthday.
There's gotta be a
little
reason
things.
that you want to have
just
sex with him. I mean,
sometimes you ain't never had a lusty situation where you met somebody and you're just having a good time. Like, you talk to him, he told you his name, but you be drinking or whatever, and you might forget some things and you don't remember, but you're just going with the flow. Sometimes energy can be so magnetic that you're not worried about all of these time constraints and rules and all of this stuff. It's like, I'm going with the flow.
Absolutely, but that's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking more so like you see someone, they look good to you. Now all of a sudden you're having sex with them and you don't know their name or anything. Well,
I was saying like I forgot.
Well, no, not you personally. Not that you would do that or anything like that. But I thought that's kind of like what we were talking about a little bit. And
no, but any time that you might think is too soon.
Do you have a time frame that you would wait to have sex?
No.
You go with the flow. You go with the vibe. If you feel like it's right, then it's right.
Exactly.
Or if you feel like you want to wait, you wait.
Yeah. I don't really like if like you said, if I'm horny, you know, or if this person is making me horny with the vibe, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's definitely possible to, you know what I'm saying, meet somebody at the club and you guys have the most amazing conversations and all this, whop the bam, you end up having sex. You have no expectations for this person, so you know,
I feel you.
You know
what is something that would make you wait? Because now everybody don't just be getting it. Even if I am attracted to you and the vibe is really busting. I have been known to be like, oh no, stop.
When I'm planning the wedding before we fucked, I know I can't fuck him soon. I have to hold off because my crazy gear is already grinding and I need to tone it down. Like, I don't know what he said, what he did, how he looked. It's a combination of all of it. And it's coming into my life like a tornado and he's going to fuck my world up. And that's somebody I got to wait for. I'm sorry, little daddy. You cannot fuck me yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready because I need to be able to think clearly after the sex. Because if the sex is anything like the vibe you gave me, I'm in love and I'm sending out more save the dates.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
How do y'all feel about the hoochie daddy shorts that the men are wearing
I like
nowadays?
Them. You like them? You don't like them?
You don't like them?
You know, I have seen them look nice before.
I love them.
Okay,
me too.
On the right body type.
Yeah,
them little knees.
My man is
that
from Chicago.
Right
He's from the rack, and he would never like. I don't think that he's wore a pair of shorts before he got with me. And
at all?
No, like he wears pants. He does not like to wear shorts.
That nigga said I ain't showing my legs.
Like nothing. But we be going to the beach and stuff now. So
is he the type of man that'll be on the beach with socks and some J's?
No, but socks and
sandals.
The slides.
Let those toes breathe.
But you know what? He's getting better. He can't
swim.
swim. He can't swim either, for one. So like,
do you ever be like, baby, take the socks off?
It's got sand everywhere.
Absolutely. We've gotten to that point. So he has had his feet in the sand.
I love it. Okay, so since we know you're in a relationship now, because I don't know if you do the cucumber stuff just to be doing it. Do you do porn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I did know that. I was lying.
I'm dead. You just want to see what I was going to say.
lying all the
She just
time.
tested me.
Yeah.
Wow.
How does your boyfriend feel about it?
My boyfriend does it with me. He's my photographer and my videographer, and
that is support
he's my
at
prop.
its finest.
He hates it when I call him that.
His prop?
No, he's my prop.
Oh.
But yeah, we've been shooting for a while together. Yep, he's got his own OnlyFans page and everything.
How'd y'all meet?
We met through Instagram, pretty much.
Instagram is making love connections.
Yeah,
It
he's
really
a creator as well. He's a comedian and a rapper and an actor. He does a lot of things.
I have a question. This is something, 2 parts, that a lot of people always write us in about. One is angles when you're taking nudes. So since you already do porn, I know you have some tips for good angles, whether it's a video or a picture, to make yourself look great. And then
I'm taking notes on this one because
and then after that, I want to also get some dick sucking tips. The girls have been asking for those a lot. And obviously, I'm sitting next to her. I don't know how it looks on the camera. She is small. Like, her head is small. So I've been staring at your jaw. Like, how the fuck did she get a cucumber down her throat? Because she's so petite. Okay, so let's start with the videos
and you
and
still
the
be
pictures.
looking cute. I just recently watched you with the banana. You still
saw
looked
that
cute,
banana.
and you even gagged. And I was like, I'd be looking
I be
ugly.
throwing up.
Girl, that is not how I suck dick. That was
That was for the video.
Like IG, you gotta be.
So tell us some tips on how to look good when you're taking pictures and videos, sexy ones.
Okay, so in my opinion, I mean, I am not a professional for one.
But according to Jasmine Banks.
According to Jasmine Banks, I would say little things that you can remember is to like point your toes, depending on, you know, if you're in like a doggy style position. I don't know if I'm gonna say these names right, but like when you're down there, instead of like having your toes like up in your palm, or I'm sorry, your the heels of your feet like up towards the ceiling, like have your toes pointed.
That is
and
pretty.
sexy. Yeah,
When
or-
them heels be flexed, it's like you stress.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe like you know, put your feet over the other. When you're taking pictures, sexy pictures, try to get your entire body in the picture. So like if you're laying down or something, like pull your feet up by your butt, and you know what I'm saying, trying to
like a little dainty, like
yes, men love feet. It's crazy, but arch that back.
I gotta remember that one.
Arch that back, baby. That's very important. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm speaking for skinny girls. Also,
so if you got a little belly, if you got a little belly, maybe
no.
don't
If you
arch.
have no ass, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Because that's what I do
to make it look bigger.
Exactly. Like I'll be looking at my pictures because I feel the skinniest. Well, I am the skinniest right now that I've like ever been. Okay, so when I look at my pictures. And you know, I see that curve. I know you saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's very important to like accentuate that as a, you know, petite booty girl or whatever.
I'm gonna do it too. I'm not petite, but I feel like it'll just make me look even like
curvier.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, it definitely will. But like you just sitting how you are now, naturally, like that's what I be trying to. You know, that's what I be trying to do.
Titties up, ass out,
You know?
stomach in.
Women have to do so much when you're sucking dick. That's why I fucking hate it. I don't like sucking dick because it's so much work. Not only are we worried about my jaw. First of all, nigga, my jaw's hurt.
I'm
Second
dead.
of all, now I'm arching my back, trying to make my booty look sexy,
We was talking
pointing
about
my
pictures,
toes.
Medina.
I wasn't even about to say nothing. I'm like, wait a minute.
We're just talking about the photos.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is before the sucking dick.
And you know what? You got to know your own angles as well. Practice makes perfect. Continue to take pictures. You know, if you can, I don't know if the person, you know, just takes their own pictures or if they have a photographer or whatever, but I definitely would suggest possibly using like one photographer for, you know, your sexy pictures or whatever, because like I like pages where the content like looks the same. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell that, you know, that person is being consistent with the way that with the way that they put things out.
So what tips would you give for video? Because I'm going to Vegas next week and I'm planning on recording myself having sex and I'm very nervous about it.
Why?
You know what makes me the most nervous is doing the recording and then watching it and it not looking good.
Delete it.
Yeah, but what if we watching it together and then we're like,
Well, don't do that.
oh, okay, don't do. Okay,
They probably
okay.
won't feel that way, but who knows? Who knows?
Okay.
What would you say are some good tips? And this isn't like to sell the videos. This is just like
For me
you
and Bae.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. Like when it's so personal, you know what I'm saying? Like it's what you guys like, literally. You know what I'm saying?
She don't be doing it at all.
At all. I get very
She's like a
nervous.
virgin to
She
this.
does it. I never do it. But like lately, I've been wanting to feel a little spicy and try it.
So just recording you and your partner,
Mhm.
just recording your guys' sex session.
Yeah.
You got. I mean, you should do it naturally. You shouldn't like. I mean, but
Don't try too hard.
Well, no. Let me stop, because I mean, if you guys are trying to like spice things up and you're like trying to pretend that you're a porn star that night, you know, ring light.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting is important.
So I need to pack a ring light.
Pack a
This
ring
nigga
light.
gonna be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, no.
You should bring it for just Instagram pictures, right?
No,
and that's
okay.
how you get it propped up and already ready to go. And you'd be like,
Okay.
oh, let's try something. So then it won't seem like that was the plan all along.
So
and
he
that'll
doesn't know
turn
that
it
you
up.
guys are recording. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let him know. I'm not just gonna say
Well,
it
no,
up
of
and
course,
hide
but I'm
it.
saying this is gonna be a surprise
Yeah.
for him. Okay. Well, when you put the phone in the ring light, make sure that it's like facing you. Don't have it like have it so that you can see the screen and see yourself.
Got you.
And if you do it that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally, you know,
I'm my own director.
exactly.
And
Better
Exactly.
if you do it like
videographer.
doggy style and face the camera, and then that way you can see your angles
Him
too.
and me.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
you know how the video is going. If you don't like it, flip over, switch position so that your face not in it.
And girl, tell him to get you a POV. You should make
Oh,
a
yeah.
role play out of this.
Wait, what's the POV?
Point of view.
Like he
Yes.
holds it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I am so like he's hitting it from the back and he's holding
Yes,
Yeah.
girl.
it. Okay, that's what
Yes.
And that's gonna
yes.
be an easy, good video, and it has to look good. It's just gonna be ass
I
cheeks.
do. Right. I don't have to worry about rolls or anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
you gonna see no rolls. You gonna see ass.
I am so excited. And we're gonna be in Vegas. Oh, I'm asking for some money.
Period.
Okay, so speaking of sex and porn star sex, I've always wondered this. You always hear the women talk about how, like, when their men watch a lot of porn, how it's unrealistic for you to expect your partner to have that type of sex that's not real sex. So now, since we have you sitting here, I do want to know, in your personal life, sex with your partner, is it the same type of sex that you have when you're filming for porn?
No.
It's totally different.
Sometimes I do just set the camera up and kind of like a hidden camera sort of thing. And my fans, they comment all the time, because personally, me and my boyfriend, our sex is very passionate and, you know, a lot slower. When I first came into the industry, or when I first went viral with the cucumber and everything, everybody started to know me for dick sucking, like extreme dick sucking. Lots of spit, face fucking, gagging, all that. I'm sorry if I'm
No, girl, we be talking
being
about
too
it.
vulgar, but so yeah, like just super duper extreme content. So I do still do that type of content, but no, personally,
So you'd be like, all right, babe, don't be in here trying to fuck my face.
No,
That was
and
for
I
episode
mean,
101.
my boyfriend, he doesn't really like that either. Like, he's very, you know, passionate, you know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, it's, you know, kind of about the energy exchange, because I do like to be dominated in the bed, in the bedroom. But, you know, like,
So the sex is it's two different types of sex.
exactly. When I'm shooting like solos, because I do still shoot like solos with dildos and things like that, always very extreme, always super sloppy, you know, that type of content. But when I'm doing it with my boyfriend, it is a lot. It's a lot less extreme, but I still have to try to like cater to my fans at the same time.
It's more like the popular with women category, when you have sex with your boyfriend and it's passionate. Do y'all ever click that? I like that
actually
category.
don't.
That's
I've
where it's
never
more
heard
passionate.
of that.
Yeah, so you click that one, and that one has the more passionate scenes.
Okay.
What's
Or,
it
and a
called?
lot of lesbian scenes, specific to
Okay.
Pornhub.
Okay.
Popular with women. And so it has
Popular with
all
women.
sorts of categories within that. I like to combine them. But yeah, it's just usually sexier, more sensual, less of the extreme stuff, except for the lesbian stuff. Now, the lesbian stuff be extreme. It'll be like 4 or 5 bitches fucking, and it's like the double-ended dildos everywhere. I usually skip those. It's a lot of dick for no dicks to be there. I just want to see the pussies and the
dick for
titties.
no dicks to be there. All right, y'all.
It is.
How important is, well, first of all, how long has it been since you've been single? Has it been a minute?
About 3 years.
Okay. So you used to date before you had a boyfriend. Kiki and I are still out there. How important is cleanliness to you guys when it comes to dating someone that you're having sex with and like going over to their house? If you go over to a man or woman's house with the intentions to, you know,
Fuck.
but yeah, and it is just filthy. Trash isn't
I don't
taken
want to
out.
fuck over there. Because I know you ain't been to the doctor.
I'm dead.
You don't even clean out your toilet bowl. And you
Gunk in the
expect me
shower.
to think that you are not using the, oh, my girl is good, so I'm good method of testing. No.
A ring.
And then that's not even to say that I was going to have unprotected sex, but, you know, shit happens. And it's other things that
a
be
ring
outside
around the
condom.
toilet bowl. I feel like
Or like that gunk in the shower.
the
I
gunk in the
hate
shower,
that.
or if you can tell that like you don't wipe around your sink and there's like gunk around the
Just
sink,
gunk.
dishes in the.
gunk.
I always say like what you need to be prepared when you have somebody coming over to be
Stop
intimate
living
with them.
foul.
Stop living foul.
So you don't
There
have
is
to really get
definitely a
prepared.
level of filth that it will stop the entire show. But a little messy. You know, I'm
like
not.
clothes on the floor.
I come from the hood. Okay, so I've experienced some things. I'm not bougie, but there is a level of nastiness that I will not tolerate. Absolutely. But really, really quick, because you said unprotected sex. Okay. There is a thing that us creators do. It's called talent testing. Okay. It's like $250 or something like that. You get tested for everything, including COVID, when they were requiring the COVID testing. But when you meet somebody new, and this is kind of talking about the waiting as well, we should definitely normalize like using that service, or even if the doctor can get the results back as soon as talent testing could.
How soon do they get them back?
Where do you buy them?
So you go onto their website, which is talenttesting.com. You create an account. You find a facility in your area.
Like a lab.
A lab, exactly. I think the ones here are called Any Lab Test Now. You go there, do your testing. They give it back. They upload it on the website or whatever, and boom, and
So
don't
if
get me
they
wrong.
don't show up for work the next day, it's like, well, guess you weren't clean.
Right, but I mean, this is something that I would use in my personal life as well. Like that's something that's definitely required. And
Is that required for all porn stars? Like, is that a well-known thing that porn stars are doing? Or is there, because now it's like, I've always thought this because we've talked to other porn stars before and they talk about how everyone does have to get tested. So it's like, I think it's really cool to know that at least y'all is clean. But is there a way to get around that to where some people are out here lying?
Well, I don't know about like the big porn production companies, because I just do OnlyFans. Like, I shoot all my own stuff. So I know that a lot of creators say that they require these things, and they should, but they all don't, and some create like these fake tests like on paper, but that's why talent testing is so important, because you can't fake those results.
It has to come from the lab.
And you have to log in to their website, you know what I'm saying? So you sit there and you watch that person do that. You see, and also it's very important that you if you're gonna have sex with that person, they get tested, and you have sex with them like within the first 3 days, because
you don't know what they did in them other days. That's another thing
Exactly.
too. So like, you could have gotten tested a month ago, right? And who knows what you was doing in a month? And you could have got something in that month.
Exactly. And
Imagine like a man hitting you up and he's like, I really want to take you on a date. You like him. He's tall. He smells good. He looks good. He has a great career. And he tells you he's going to pick you up. And then you pull up to the talent testing place. You go in to get tested. And then he's like, depending on, if you pass or fail, then we will go on this date.
No, imagine this. Imagine you
I
get...
said I was fucking you.
Well, what if he's like, well, just in case. If we get hot and heavy, I just want to be able to move forward.
Like,
Well, fuck it. We're here now.
I'm dead.
I ain't scared.
But imagine if it was just normal to have your test results ready. Imagine that. Oh my God. Like, imagine if you just got in the car and he's like, hey, can I see your talent or can I see your results?
Like, it
Here
needs to
are
be
mine.
like Apple Pay. Like, it just pops up. Like
Exactly.
how I have to I put my vaccine information in my Apple Wallet. It's verified.
They need to
That
make
would be
this a Black
nice.
Mirror episode. Imagine if you could only get a section in a club if you were negative of
For
all
everything.
the STDs.
I actually would love to throw a party where like people come and through talent testing you have to get you have to be tested within 24
Ain't nobody
hours.
coming to the party.
That would be
Who's gonna
that
be
would be
like,
crazy,
oh,
but no.
Oh, I left mine back in the car. I'll be right back.
No, but that's ridiculous in Atlanta, right? But like you get tested within 24 hours, and when you come and you show your your negative results.
Well, you can do 2 parties. One is for the negative testers and one is for the positive.
Well, no,
and there's 2 lines, so everyone can have a good time.
I'm
Your
dead.
people and your people.
I'm dead. I don't even want to party with nobody that got no STD.
They would be partying with each other. It would be the STDers over
it's like
here. Yeah, so if you do get it's like beep beep, you're good. You go over to the negative
You're going
side.
to the green room.
If you get the you're like, okay, you're gonna go over here to the dark side.
But like if they showed their negative
Girl.
results, like those people would get in for free. I feel like that would kind
then
of.
you just go charge the ones that's not.
You gonna get someone's gonna sue. They're gonna be like, she let me in because I have herpes.
I'm
Yeah,
dead.
that's gonna be a tough
But it's
one
not-
to do, but
But it's not.
the idea that it would be normalized and people would just do it more often depending on like how much sex they're having and just having it readily available to show. That is a good thing.
And
It
honestly,
is.
I feel like it's kind of gonna become a thing because everybody wants an OnlyFans page these days. So
I tried to start one during COVID and I wasn't good at it, so I stopped. I'm sorry to all y'all who subscribed because I just stopped. They were like, I paid and I didn't post nothing. I think I posted 1 booty pic and I was like, y'all, I'm so sorry, I can't do it. I can't.
they're used to
Tired.
it. They're used to it. There's a lot of girls that do that and make a lot of money.
Maybe I'll start it back.
Girl, you gonna do the same thing all over again. You gonna get your subscribers and quit.
So before we move on to Indecisive Diane, Jasmine, what is something that you want your fans to know about you that they might not know? Like, just what do you like? Even if it's something weird that you like to do that has nothing to do with sex.
It seems like they don't realize that I like to be tipped before they DM me. Start sending
where
the money
at?
Start sending tips before you DM me. Like that would be great. That would just
And by tips, she means cash money, not like a tip on what she should be doing or like a
yes. Thank
so
you for
know.
clearing that up.
Because someone might be like, well, you said you wanted tips.
Right. Thank you so much for clearing that up.
Cash apps, PayPals, however you accept your money, that is what
That's funny.
she wants you guys to
She's
know.
not fucking with no money DMs, okay? Get it together, people. And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we're gonna answer some advice emails and share some cocktails.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and this week's date is very expensive, but it gives you a chance to vet who you're dating. Go to see Usher in Las Vegas. You're gonna love it. Talk it out, see who's buying tickets, see who's buying the flights. Work it out. Or get flued out. Bye.
Okay. So we are back from Indecisive Diane. It's time for the advice. Make sure if you have a question that you want to ask us, email us advice@cocktailspod.com.
Okay, so the first one, she says, am I stupid in my feelings? Help! ! She says, girls, hey. Firstly, I love your podcast. Yes, Medina from Africa. I know you won't. Ooh, wait, what? I know you won't say my name. Was that her name or is that my name? She said, okay, girl, I'm so sorry. Please keep me anonymous. You are. Okay, so here goes. Y'all don't have to put your name in the emails if you want to be. I never understand that
Me
when they
either.
say, hi, I am such and such. Please keep
Hi,
me
I'm
anonymous.
Christina. Keep me anonymous, and I live in
Don't put
Chicago.
your name, sis. Okay, my team has 4 guys who I really like, but the one I like most is my boss, Sai. Yes, I know. Amazing sex, but I have caught major feelings for him. I mean, there are all these amazing people I could be getting with, and he treats me so bad. But y'all, I'm stuck.
Oh, stupid. Why are you stuck?
How old are you? Do you think I should drop the rest of the team and work on him?
No.
Or just drop him? I probably already know the answer, but I have whiplash from how often I've been going back and forth. Sigh. Also, could you guys do a world tour? Maybe come this way sometime? Kissy face. Okay, girl. Well, are you okay? Because
no, she's not okay.
Yeah.
What kind of question was this?
It was
My
very
African sister.
And I'm wondering, did she type it up in her language and then put it in translation? Because
a lot
it's
of people
a lot
in
of
Africa speak English. Maybe her grammar is just bad.
Okay, because it was
But
question
the
marks where
actual
it didn't
question
need to be.
is crazy, sis. You didn't say nothing good about this man. At least you could have said he dicked you down good. I didn't even get that. Usually the girls would at least tell us that, and then we're like, okay, we know that you're stuck on the dick.
Amazing. Or she?
She did.
She did.
Oh well, that's not enough. Still, just like we tell
Is he
everybody
giving you extra
every week.
vacation time? And where do you work
mean
at?
to you, isn't he?
She did say that he's not nice. I think it's time to drop him. I'm not sure if he is paying you to stay in this, but it doesn't sound like it. So yes, you do know the answer. Stop dealing with that nigga. Anything to tell her, Jasmine?
I can't tell her anything. Didn't you hear what she said? She said amazing sex.
No, she said there's all these amazing people out here. It don't even.
No, that's what has her. It's the dick.
Amazing sex.
It's the
There's
dick.
all-
She's got all these amazing people out here, and she's dealing with this bullshit with this man because his dick is amazing.
And you still got to go to work. That should answer your question.
Ooh, you
You
still
fucking
gotta
your
go.
boss, and you still got to go to work to pay your bills.
Did he
This ain't
give
the
you a
one.
raise? Like, I feel like I do think certain
A
things
corner
like
office,
this,
a house,
if you're gonna be risking it all and fucking your boss, you should be getting some sort of incentive.
something.
Sis.
I'm sorry that you're going through this, and I hope that you don't bump your head no more this year. Okay, the
Pray
next
for
one
you.
says, hey, Kiki and Medina, I love the show and both of you. But let me jump right into this bullshit, okay? So I'm a 24-year-old woman in a relationship with another woman a few months younger than me. We started dating in high school, and it's been on and off, up and down, dead and alive for about 6 years now. God damn,
Dead
what's
and
going
alive.
on with y'all?
We are in the generation of nothing is serious. We don't know what we're doing. We're gonna play with each other for years.
This is dumb. I can't lie and excuse my part in the BS, but I wasn't shit for quite some time. But now we've recently gotten back together since January, but it's been Granted, we have our great days and we've worked through our differences and whatnot, but a new issue has arose in our day-to-day. This heifer kissed my cousin when we were dead.
Ooh. Oh, dead. Like they were off. Okay.
Okay. And not like my third cousin. What does it matter? It's your fucking cousin. And not like my third cousin that I don't see or talk to, like my mom's nephew. We grew up together. Damn near consider him my brother. Well, not right now, obviously. She says it only happened once and it never happened again. But the thing is, I've asked her multiple times before if something ever did happen between them because of the way she talked about him when he came up in conversation. And she always said no. Until she finally admitted so yesterday. This hasn't been the first time that I've dated a girl and found out she had some type of relation or whatever the fuck happened with the same cousin, and I felt so betrayed, hurt, and honestly disgusted before. When I confronted her about it, she was very upset that I was hurt by it, considering all the lying and cheating I've done to her. But bitch, I never kissed your damn cousin.
Ma'am.
She says she understands why I'm upset, but that I shouldn't let something so irrelevant and long ago affect our relationship in the present. I want to believe her. I want to get over it. But it's the fact that she lied to me about it. Had many opportunities to say something prior to us getting back together now. We had plans of her moving in with me soon, but now I don't know. I just can't unsee it and keep thinking that if we get married, my cousin kissed my wife. Like, what the fuck? Is that childish? Am I overreacting? I'm hoping you ladies can help me juggle my emotions. Should I forgive her and let it go since it happened in 2018? Bitch.
Karma's a bitch, ain't it?
So 4 years ago. Or should I stand on my boundaries that I can't be with someone that even touched somebody else I know, especially my damn cousin? Please help. I hope y'all read this before this woman moves into my shit.
I'm dead.
Oh my God. So what y'all think?
I think Karma's a bitch, ain't it? She's a cheater.
She is a cheater. But I really think the real issue lies with your cousin, ma'am. Like, I feel
Why
like
your cousin keep looping in on your girl?
Well, and it's funny because when I was dealing with the true lesbian and not just playing, she said that she has cousins that like try the girls that she brings around, and I think that men feel comfortable doing that too. Even if, and she was masculine because you're not really a man, and so like, what are you gonna do? I think you need to check your cousin, sis. It's not because he's the common denominator
This
here.
has happened before.
It happens before. You're clearly not saying anything to him, and he knows you're not gonna check him. He's like, "Who gonna check me, boo? Who? We want to square up?" Like, I think you need to talk to your cousin. And secondly, you out here cheating. Like my good sis Jasmine said, karma is a bitch. And if y'all are gonna be out here cheating on each other, we said this in last week's episode. If you know you're gonna stay with a cheater, then let each other cheat in peace and just don't bring it up, because it doesn't make sense if you're not leaving and you're not going anywhere. You are still considering moving in with a bitch that was kissing your cousin. Does it make sense? To me, it doesn't. If you freshly cheated on me, we're not talking about moving in together. Not that we're breaking up, but we're not talking about now taking an even bigger step and sharing bills.
Y'all be off and on. You're very young. It's been 6 years. This happened 4 years ago. And I guess you just found out, but girl, let her and him go. Fuck that cousin and fuck that girl. She probably moving in.
I don't know.
They already moved in.
It sounds like they deserve each other. We don't know if we want them back in the dating pool. They're both cheaters. So y'all just move in together and continue to cheat on each other and kiss cousins and all that stuff and have fun.
The holidays are rapidly approaching and your cousin's going to be around. So, I mean, I just hope they didn't do more than just kiss.
Maybe you need to go to her side of the family this year. Okay, so that's it for advice. Remember, if you guys would like to ask us a question, you need some help in your life, hopefully you're doing better than these people. Advice@cocktailspod.com. And now we'll move on to the cocktails.
But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cup him. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Wanna double D, so stuck him. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Okay, so I'll share a cocktail first. You can get a gist of how they are, and then Jasmine, you will share one. Okay. So this person says, keep me anonymous and still put her name in there. She titled it "A Sexy Sneaky Link Looky Loo," whatever that means. Hi, girls. I love you both so much. I went to your New York City show and had a blast. Thank you so much for coming. Anyways, very briefly, my steady boyfriend is boring. Basic. Blah. So I've been auditioning sneaky links, and lucky me, I found a good one who's fine as fuck. West African descent, mid-30s, single, no kids, tatted up, NFL thick body, locks, swag on 100. And get this, he's a college professor. Never would have guessed it. A few days before meeting him, I bought a ticket to an adult play party, and I had every intention of going alone, but decided to invite him as a +1. That's an interesting first date. He had never been to any type of play party or sex party, and he immediately purchased a ticket. He asked me if there were rules. I told him to go crazy. I'm not big on rules. Fast forward to the night of the party, he arrived before I did, and for someone who had never been to this type of affair, he was very comfortable feeling things out with me. I liked it. He met me at the door like he owned the place. I love confidence. Took me by my hand and led me to the bar area where he purchased 2 tequila cocktails for us. He then proceeded to pull me down on his lap in the lounge area and started kissing and nibbling all over my face and neck. He did not waste no time. He said, "Bitch, we in here, we fucking." My pussy quickly developed its own heartbeat inside of my yellow lace thong. There was a meet and greet, games, lots of booze, sexy demonstrations, and everyone was in lingerie or sexy robes and pajamas. This party even had a glory hole, which my sneaky link couldn't wait to stick his dick through and experience some phantom head. I was like, romper room for freaks. What does that mean? An hour later, things got truly juicy. Beautiful black and brown bodies everywhere, fucking, sucking, spanking, moaning, screeching. Edibles and joints were being passed around like candy, so I was super lit. Ooh. For the first part of the night, my date and I opted to just watch and enjoy the erotic scene with him laying across my lap, playfully kissing my knees and inner thighs. There was a young lady laying near us who kept reaching out to tug at his locks, but she was being real bashful about it. Tipsy and high, my date turned to her and said, "You can play in my hair. It's cool." On that note, I excused myself to go pee real quick. Got back, and my fine-ass sneaky link was now sitting upright with Miss Slim Thick and Bashful sliding up and down on his rock-hard pole while he held her tightly around her waist. I swear I was only gone for like 5 minutes, but she was wet and gushy like she had been warming up for him all night. I bought myself another drink, propped myself up against the wall, and just watched them go. Soon enough, all three of our eyes met, and that seemed to make him go even harder. He was dicking her down. Side note, for an adult party, there was a whole lot of soft, lovely missionary going on around me, which was a shock. I was expecting XX porn scenes. Oh, XXX porn scenes. My sneaky link, though, he wasn't giving this chick any sweet romantic lovemaking. He was flipping her over, grabbing her braids and snatching her head back, deep diving inside of her and making her beg for mercy. At one point, he had her on all fours, doggy style, and was literally dogging the pussy. He was handling her so thoroughly, in fact, that she couldn't catch her breath. So I slid to the bar and grabbed 2 cups of ice water to quench their thirst. She's so nice.
Yes, sis.
She was grateful and he was impressed. My date released the grip on her braids, grabbed me by my face, and gave me gulping ice water kisses while still pumping in and out of her hot, dripping pussy. I'll end it here by saying that the rest of the night was incredible. He and I still haven't had full-on sex. I'm actually more turned on just having crazy makeout sessions with him and planning more outings that will involve him long dicking other women while I watch. Hey, it feels less like cheating. Love y'all. Bye.
I remember meeting her. This
Really?
person in New York. Yeah.
Wow.
That's her Instagram name that she put on there.
Oh.
That's how I remember. Yeah, I forgot you had a man in this story.
I'm going to have to look her up.
This was a sneaky link situation. Well, shout out to you. That was a really good story. Okay. Jasmine, do you have one?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Okay, so this is the first time that I ever linked up with some female creators to create content. Okay. So I'm super duper excited. Like I already told you, I do have like I fantasize about women.
Okay.
I fantasize about strapping women.
Oh.
And so we go, me and my boyfriend, to Miami to meet these creators. I got my strap on in my bag and everything, you know. So we get there, fast forward, we're all around this hot tub. It was me and like 4 other girls, okay? We all got the same color lingerie.
Those hot tubs will do it.
Yeah, but we're shooting. We're shooting content for OnlyFans. So we're all sitting around this hot tub, you know, getting ready to shoot. My boyfriend and I had got into an argument about something earlier. It was something stupid.
He was mad you brought that strap.
He already knew what time it was.
You over here ready to strap bitches down.
I asked permission, you know. I asked him if it was going to be okay. But like I said, what we were arguing about had nothing to do with anything, but it was unfinished business. So we shoot the scene, strap the girl for the first time. It was really fun. I get done. I go in our room because we were all in the Airbnb together. So I walk back to the room after we get done shooting, and he just wants to immediately talk about what we were arguing about earlier.
Like, damn.
Yeah. This is the wrong time.
Well, okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him. We're arguing back and forth at this point, like screaming at each other. And I look down and I realize that I still have this strap on.
Your dick is just
So
swinging
you trying
around.
to big dick him.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe that he didn't notice it. He's sitting here talking shit to me and I've got a dick on, you know, and I'm like, you know what, from now on, anytime that you want to fucking talk to me crazy, I'm going to put this fucking dick on.
Big dick energy.
No, period, because...
That's funny. Imagine arguing with a strap on, just slaying and sliding.
Well, yeah, because,
aside.
I mean, after we both realized it kind of, like, completely stopped, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of... It was
Look
funny.
at the strap on, making amends for the petty problem.
You had to be there.
Okay, I'm going to read one. I'll make this quick. It's kind of short, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, so it says, Canadian surprise. Hey, ladies, I really enjoyed the show and can't wait to meet y'all. Can't wait till y'all come to Houston. You can call me Sunny. Okay, so let me get into it because it's kind of long. Some friends and I were visiting Seattle and decided to spend a weekend over in Vancouver. It was our last night in town, and let's just say it was a lituation. We ended up at a whiskey bar. Back when I was dating outside of my race, this white guy comes in, and for some reason, I was drawn to him. The DJ played Anaconda by Nicki, and he was dancing with his brother and brother's girlfriend. Weird looking back on it. Of course, I took it upon myself to join them, and I began backing that thing up on him. And after that, we were booed up. At the end of the night, he finally convinced me to go home with him. After my BFF spoke to he and I took photos of his license and license plate. We crammed into the back of his Honda Civic with his brother and brother's girl and made our way to his penthouse. That shit was a regular-ass apartment. I showered and he gave me clothes. He took me to a beach close by and we fucked, which was surprisingly very pleasant. No sand in my coochie, plus the thrill of public sex. We went back to his place, showered, and went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up and pushed my ass into his dick, and of course, he obliged. When he went to finish, he pulled out, took the condom off, and came in my mouth without my permission. It was then that I noticed he had a cartoon pig tattooed on his ass cheek. Then I got dressed, and he took me back to the hostel. Wild times. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks, Sonny. A cartoon pig on his ass cheek?
She said it was white people.
You seen that before?
No.
You know I haven't. That's very interesting, but I'm not surprised because he was backing it up to Anaconda at the club.
My Anaconda don't.
I could just picture him dancing. He's probably all wild with it and big.
Sweating.
Oh my God. Moving his little shoulders because he ain't got no hips.
All right,
what a time.
y'all.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Cocktail Story Discussions. Jasmine, will you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yes, absolutely. So my Instagram is at Jasmine Banks TV. That's JASAMINE. My Twitter is Jasmine Banks. My OnlyFans, where the real fun is www.onlyfans.com/Jasmine Banks.
Okay, thank you so much. And remember, you guys, subscribe to Patreon. Check all the links in the description box for live show tickets, merch, everything that we've promoted. And if you're interested in being a sponsor on the show or at the live show, hit us up via email, and then make sure you follow us on Instagram. We're at Cocktails Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. Bye. Bye.